Jamie Madrox has been murdered. The event sets in motion a case that can only be solved by Jamie Madrox, aka the Multiple Man. The former member of X Factor has opened a detective agency in the heart of Mutant Town, and through his duplicates, has uncovered a case involving damsels in distress, mobsters, and cheating husbands in this blend of noir and superhero, Madrox.
Gutter Trash, episode 167, Madrox. My name is Aaron.
I'm Jason.
Hello.
Hey. Happy Super Bowl Sunday.
Yeah.
You excited?
No. I don't care.
I'm not a fan either. I can dig on the basketball and the hockey and the baseball, but never once liked the football.
I don't like really any of those things you just mentioned.
Do you like comics?
Not really.
Oh. Well, you read some comics.
Yeah.
Is that a spoiler? You didn't like this one?
No, not a spoiler.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to do this show right now.
Yeah?
Yeah.
We can do it later.
No, I'm good.
You sure?
Get it over with.
Okay.
Like a Band-Aid.
Like a doctor's appointment?
Yeah.
This is our colostomy.
Yeah.
Or not colostomy, our colonic.
Colonic, yeah. No. Whatever they do when they shove their fist up your ass, this is what this show is like.
Aww. Well, I guess...
We can talk more about sports, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah? I want to go see a hockey game.
Okay.
Do you want to go see a hockey game?
I don't know. You've gone before and never invited me, so why would you start now?
Well, I went with a dude that I'm sure you would hate before, so that's probably why I didn't invite you.
Alright. I know you went to a rollerball thing once instead of going to see the premiere of my movie.
A rollerball? Oh, a roller derby thing?
Yeah.
I probably forgot. Does that make it better?
No.
What
else have you done to me that's terrible?
Let's see.
You've been on this podcast for 4 years.
Hasn't been 4 years. It's been like 2 years.
3.5.
Wow, is it really?
Uh-huh.
Oh, 08, 09. Wow, yeah. That's nuts.
Because right around the first episode is when presidential elections started kicking into gear.
Yeah.
And we're in the midst of the Republican bullshit right now.
Yeah.
We're heading there.
It's we should have a gutter trash caucus.
No. Because I don't want to vote for anyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And no one wants to vote for us, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that is clear. We are not a popular or loved podcast.
Well, we, that's what makes us awesome. Because, 20 years from now, the hip kids will get into it.
Oh, yeah.
We're like the garage rock of podcasts.
Do you think that will be a thing? I was way into them way before they became popular.
Yeah, before they got good. I totally listened to them the first 8 years.
If we're still doing this in 8 years,
then the minds were wrong.
Well, there's that. And we should also possibly rethink our lives.
Well, it'll be so much bigger and more different. But,
okay.
Yeah, first of all, we'll be on the West Coast.
Right.
It'll be video podcasts.
Right.
I will be played by, Ving Rhames. And
I can see that.
You'll be played by Sybil Shepherd.
Sweet.
And we won't review comics or movies. We'll just fornicate for an hour and a half.
Nice.
Yeah. It's gonna be a lot more popular.
Can we start working on that now?
If you start looking a little bit more like Sybil Shepherd.
Well, I mean, you're definitely going to have to look a lot more like Green Rings.
Figured as much.
Yeah.
But yeah, why not?
All right.
Yeah,
I'm
let's
down.
do it.
Yeah. And then we can go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah. I don't want to go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah. I do want to watch the commercials, though.
Yeah. Well, some of them have been online for a few days, I think.
I don't watch things online.
Yeah. Not even on YouTube?
No. I have better things to do with my time when I'm on the internet.
Yeah.
Like not being on the internet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is the key to a happy existence.
I think so.
I wouldn't mind seeing the commercials, too.
Yeah.
There's usually some good ones.
Yeah. They're really the only one I'm interested in saying. Nah, I'm not even interested in that. Never mind.
Hmm.
Yeah. So let's talk about something else, I guess.
I like
Talk about
Madrox.
the Cubs.
Oh, the Cubs?
Yeah, I do like the Cubs.
Yeah?
I'm a baseball guy. I like the Cubs.
I like the Cubs as well.
I like college basketball. I don't like pro basketball.
Really?
Pro basketball can go fuck itself.
Yeah. See, I loved pro basketball up until the mid to late 90s. And I just kind of, got bored with it.
Yeah, college basketball is fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're playing to win,
Yeah.
not to sell some,
Right.
endorsements.
Right.
Cubbies. This could be their year.
It's never they're here.
Oh, remember, what was it, like 3 years ago where they came so close? Was it 3 years
I
ago?
don't know. They come close a lot,
Oh.
but never close enough.
Yeah.
I am not a delusional Cubs fan, as quite a bit of them are.
Mm-hmm.
I know what I'm in for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Misery.
Yeah.
Disappointment.
Yeah.
No more Harry Carey.
No more. But honestly, could care less about Harry Carey.
Yeah.
Not a fan.
Really?
No.
Oh.
Not a fan of him. Not a fan of Sammy Sosa,
Yeah.
which every Cub fan seems to be in love with. But he was a douchebag.
Mm-hmm.
He was a show-off douchebag who also was a terrible player.
He was a decent player.
Nope. He hit some home runs.
Yeah.
Never won them games.
Yeah.
Couldn't play his position worth a shit.
That doesn't make you a terrible player.
It makes you a terrible player.
No, I don't remember him
And now he's
specifically.
white.
I don't remember him specifically when I used to watch games, but I just remember he was always one of the, the lineup.
Because he took steroids and hit home runs.
Well, that was even before. This was like in the early 90s. Like,
Oh yeah, he started taking steroids.
did he? Okay.
Yeah.
I thought he was
It's
just
like between seasons he became, he was like a skinny little Dominican guy, and then he became the Hulk.
Yeah. I thought it was like 97 or 98 when he like, all of a sudden was like, the Hulk, hulked out.
Yeah.
But yeah. I don't know. I liked Andre Dawson. Andre Dawson was
Andre
good.
also was awesome.
Sean and Dunston.
Sean Dunston, Ryan Sandberg,
Sandberg. Yeah.
Mark Grace.
Yeah. Yeah. Good.
Some good guys.
Classic Cubbies.
Oh yeah. I couldn't tell you who's a Cub now.
Yeah.
Yeah. But also because I don't have cable. I can't actually watch games. I just have to read about what happened. I don't pay attention to
But
things.
there's a Cubs website where you can streaming.
I follow the Cubs on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
At least tells me who won, which is usually not the Cubs.
It's too bad.
It's
Too bad.
Again, not really expecting anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just like their stadium and their city and.
I like the city. I like the stadium. I like the Cubs. I like watching them.
Yeah.
But I know they're always going to lose.
What would happen if they won? Like the whole series?
Well, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't change your viewpoint on them.
Oh no.
Okay.
Yeah. Still be a Cubs fan.
Because how, I thought maybe, there could be a yin-yang thing, how some people, their favorite team changes every year, whoever's winning.
Right.
I wondered if, all of a sudden, they were always winning, if you would, have to find, the biggest loser team that was left. And,
I'm not a wishy-washy piece of shit.
Right, yeah. I know, I was just, playing devil's advocate. I'm curious. Because Because I wonder if that's part of the allure of the Cubs, because I've always liked them too, but they've never quite made it.
There's a lovable loser aspect to them.
Mm-hmm.
But, no, yeah, it would be nice for them to win.
Yeah.
It just, well, never will.
Yeah.
And if they do start winning, great. It's not going to change my opinion on them.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I hope they do. Maybe this year will be the year.
Yeah, probably won't.
So you want to go to a hockey game?
I don't know.
The local team, the Gyms, plays through the...
I wish you would have just kept it at local team.
What?
It's funny.
Oh, okay. The local team,
Yeah.
our local boys, they play through the middle to end of March, I think. And I think they only have a handful of home games on the weekends, though. I think there's literally 3 left in the next month and a half. Yeah. But, yeah. I'd like to go.
Yeah. Have fun. I've been to one hockey game ever. It was, back when we had our other local team.
Mm-hmm.
And it was because I got free tickets. It was fun. Yeah. I don't dislike hockey. I just don't seek it out either.
I think it's the only... it's my favorite sport to watch live because, A, it's never hot there. Because I hate, sitting outside at a baseball game when you're just, in the sun. And, I'm made to be indoors in a basement.
Oh, yeah.
And it's always cool. And then it's not as loud as a basketball game because there's never that many people at a hockey game.
Right, yeah.
So, it's pretty awesome. I mean, I've never been overly crowded and, claustrophobic and,
Right.
it's just great. It's just a bunch of dudes kicking each other's ass on the ice.
Right. I've been to a couple, UD Flyer games. That was fun.
Yeah.
When I was younger. My dad took me.
Went to one. It was good.
Went to see the Harlem Globetrotters once. That was fun. Yeah.
That's awesome.
I was probably older than I was supposed to be saying them, but still fun.
It's not like they're Barney or anything.
Well, no,
still,
but
you still enjoy Globetrotter today.
Maybe.
I can't remember if they came to our school or if our school went on a field trip to see them. That would probably be more likely. I doubt if they would have came to our grade school to play, but you never know.
There. Maybe it was the Globetrotters farm team.
Oh, yeah.
The substitutes, the guys they send out to schools.
Yeah, that's possible. I think Scooby-Doo was there, too, for some reason. If I remember right. I think it was a little foggy.
Yeah. So, I guess we can talk about this book, I guess. I don't know. Still, just, I don't want to be doing this show right now. I got very pissed off for the listener.
Yeah?
Yeah.
During the reading of the book?
No, during the beginning of this show.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Well, it happens.
So, this book. Madrox. By Peter David, Pablo Raimondi, something. I'm done trying to pronounce it.
By Pablo R.
By Pablo.
Yeah. It's, how old is this book? I didn't know.
2004?
Okay. Yeah, because there's a Spider-Man 2 ad on the back. So.
Spider-Man 2. I hated this book.
I liked it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I did like it.
Yeah.
I like Peter David.
There.
I've never read anything incredible by him, but I've never read anything bad by him.
Ooh. I have read some terrible, terrible shit from him.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Peter David wrote the very first comic that I ever got so disgusted with that I tore it up.
Really?
Yep. Young Justice #1.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. Tore it to fucking pieces.
What happened there?
It was a terrible, terrible piece of shit comic.
Was it hate mongering or just boring or?
It was just awful.
Yeah.
Lowest common denominator, hacky bullshit.
Huh.
It was just like, hey, I'm not even going to try. Here's words on a page. Draw it, somebody.
Was it maybe dumbed down because it was supposed to be a kid's thing?
I don't think it was supposed to be a kid's thing because there were tit jokes in it.
Kids love tit jokes. I tell them all the time at the playground.
But also, comics not for kids.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, comics aren't for kids anymore.
They aren't your dad's comics anymore.
Well, yeah, I've never read that, but
I would recommend you don't.
I've read like this.
Actually, you'd probably love it.
What does that say about me?
No. Yeah, actually, you would love it. There's puns and retarded bullshit in
Why
it.
didn't we read that instead? There's a couple of puns in here, I think. But yeah, he's like funny.
Yeah.
Peter David, he's a good writer.
Yeah.
Or he can be,
Can be. Yeah.
I don't know that I've. Yeah, I guess Multiple Men was in the X Factor run that I read, wasn't he? When
90s?
Yeah, like Quesada and Peter David.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, Quesada didn't really draw much of it.
Right.
But yeah, him was started out with Peter David and Larry Stroman.
Yeah.
And then
Bagged with a card.
Huh?
Bagged with a card.
Nope.
Well, there was one issue that was like bagged with a card.
Nope.
Yeah, the Executioner song.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You passed that one over?
I did, actually.
Okay. Yeah.
I think even back then I was just like, fuck crossovers.
Yeah. You were right.
Yeah. Jay Lee drew some issues here and there.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know how to do this show.
Was Madrox like not really, like did they not really explore his character much back then? Because I don't remember thinking he was that great of like an interesting character, but I thought he was super interesting in this series.
Well, all I can tell you is that from that original X Factor run, Madrox became my favorite character in the X-Men.
Really?
Yeah. So
you found him uninteresting as well?
I'm just thinking maybe you read the wrong books.
It's possible. Well, I couldn't read them. They were bagged with cards. I didn't want to ruin the value. I just inferred their backstory from looking at the covers.
So this is actually pretty much just an extension of what he wrote all the way back in the early 90s.
Okay. Yeah. Huh. But I like the fact that they tried to give it a noir spin.
Right. Yeah, it was a different take.
Yeah.
Which, it made it awesome.
Yeah, it really did. I mean, like there was some elements of the story that you could see coming because it is a noir thing, and there's certain tried and true elements.
Well, it's a noir thing, and it's also at its core still a superhero thing too.
Yeah.
So it's entirely predictable and
it was a good melding.
Cliche, but it was
a good melding of the two genres. Yeah.
I mean, it's no
X-Men noir.
That one book that I can't remember the name of right now.
Powers.
Incognito.
Oh, Incognito. Yeah.
Or Powers. Yeah. But it's not that far into it, but it's good. It's a thing.
I honestly, I've only read the first Powers trade,
right,
but I honestly liked this better than Powers, and probably better than Incognito as a whole.
Really?
Like, I love the opening, premise of Incognito, but somewhere along the way, that one just kind of lost me, and by the end of the book, I actually didn't really enjoy the ending of it at all. But, I love the artwork, and I thought the premise and the characters were cool, but
really,
it just kind of lost me along the way. But I like this because it was more fun. This was definitely more fun than.
Oh, definitely. Because Peter David has that sort of style where, even if he's just telling a straight story, he's still got to put some humor into it, and I think that. I don't know that makes him a better writer, but it makes him a more interesting writer at times.
Yeah, at least more. I don't know. Easier to read or more.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know.
Because I don't think he's an amazing writer, and like I said, I've read some terrible, terrible things from him before, but, you know, for the most part, like even his best stuff, you know, is just sort of, you know, above average.
Yeah, that was really decent.
Right, yeah. It's like, I'm never, unless it's Young Justice, I've never hated anything that he's ever written. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. But like even his Hulk stuff, you know, it was all quirky and...
I liked his Hulk.
Yeah.
I really liked his Hulk. I liked, Future Imperfect and Hulk the End a lot. Those were both really good.
Yeah. I liked Hulk the End. I never read Future Imperfect.
Mm-hmm. Oh, really?
I got a story about Future Imperfect now. When I used to work for the comic shop that used to be next to my parents' house, Final Frontier, the owner once sent me around to every comic shop within the Dayton area to try to find a copy of Future Imperfect #2.
Just like one copy.
Just one copy for him.
He wasn't like hoarding them.
No, he just wanted one for him because he had the first issue, didn't have the second one.
It was just a 2-issue series.
Just a 2-issue series.
Yeah.
Could not find the second one anywhere. This was like, you know, well before the days of eBay.
Yeah. So he couldn't order it through Diamond for some reason?
Because it was years old by that point.
Oh, okay. I got you. I think meant like when it came out.
No.
So did you find it?
I found one at Dragon's Lair.
Ooh.
Ironically, the comic shop that bought him out.
Oh, wow.
And shut him down.
Huh. It's a good series.
Well, I never read it.
Yeah.
But I held the second issue in my hand for 20 minutes once.
Well, I hope he enjoyed it.
I'm sure he did.
Peter David, though. Oh, yeah. But my favorite Peter David thing, I think, is, but I digress, the column that he wrote for, Comic Buyer's Guide for years. I used to read it because it was a weekly, like, newsprint publication when I started working at Madrox. And yeah, every week I would read his column, like whenever we were slow, because there was inevitably a slow period back then.
Right.
Because this was before Magic the Gathering existed. So yeah, I would like take the time to like read his column every week, and it was always good. Like sometimes it was just super funny, and then sometimes it was just really informative, and then half the time it was him, showing scenes of Rob Liefeld swiping artwork from other books. Like he would show it side by side, like they, I guess, had a thing against each other.
He had, I think, a thing with most of Image.
Yeah.
So wasn't there like a public debate once between him and Tom McFarlane?
Yeah, and it turned into a boxing match.
No, I don't think it ever turned into
it literally did, like, because he wrote his column about it, and he, like, even had pictures of, like, it was just a debate, but, like, they build it with, like, a boxing, like, flyer, you know, like, Peter David versus... And McFarlane showed up in trunks and gloves, like that was all he was wearing. But I don't think they actually boxed.
You made it sound like they actually boxed.
Well, in my mind, they did.
Yeah. And also, you show up to a debate wearing trunks and boxing gloves, automatic loss.
Oh, yeah?
Don't be a dick.
Yeah.
Just do the thing you're supposed to do.
Well, that goes in many applications for McFarlane.
Yeah.
Just draw some comics.
Yeah. Come on. Todd. Fucking Canadian. Speaking of Sammy Sosa.
Yeah. Is he Canadian?
No.
Oh.
He bought his balls.
Oh. Yeah. That's where they went.
Yeah.
I figured he just did steroids and they shriveled away and disappeared, but McFarlane actually purchased them. Okay. Well, that makes sense. But then Peter David also wrote Madrox.
Yes, he did. Well, after he had written X Factor. Because I think the 90s X Factor, his run on it was only about 40 issues, maybe?
Oh, really?
Yeah. I think from about 70 to like maybe 100, something like that. But that was my favorite X-Men book at the time. because it actually was funny and full of character. Whereas the other X-Men books, like even at the time when I was a huge Jim Lee fan, it was still just mindless, dumb, bullshit.
Right.
Where X Factor actually had sort of a value to it,
right.
And a rereadability.
Right. He definitely gives his characters. He gives them depth and you like them, and
right.
there's it's not just action or just comedy. I mean, he knows how to kind of write both of those things well.
Yeah. So when this book was announced, I was super excited because I enjoyed his take on the Madrox character, and I was hoping maybe Strong Guy would be in there, and and I wasn't disappointed.
Yeah,
there.
Strong Guy did.
Rain, even Wolfsbane. Who, not my favorite character that he's ever written, but it was nice to have that familiar sort of feel to it.
Right.
Yeah.
She was good in this. I mean, she wasn't in it a ton, but
right.
she was there, in the background a lot.
Same with Strong Guy. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And Steve Buscemi. He wasn't a member of X Factor, but he was in the book. Steve Buscemi? He was totally in the book.
You have to show me.
He was the mutant reporter guy. I don't think he's in the first issue. But
the second one.
Oh yeah, Bishop shows up too.
Bishop shows up. Hey. I can't give a shit about Bishop.
Where's he at? The guy that
I know who you're talking about.
He looks just like Steve Buscemi.
I don't think
like almost to the point where I thought he was just drawing Steve Buscemi. Oh, that panel he doesn't. Let me find another one. But yeah, you didn't think that?
Nope.
Look at those 2 pages there. It just looks exactly like him to me. Like his hair and his eyes and.
I don't get it.
That's it.
Nope.
Well.
Sorry.
Well, this guy does have that's something I was going to mention too, that this guy, Pablo R.
Yeah.
Wow, I can't even get the easy part right. So Peter Ramsey, the artist, look at that, that's Steve Buscemi right there. Oh my god, that's totally Steve Buscemi.
Okay, I can see that one.
But yeah, it looks like he's one of the artists that kind of does photo reference work, and usually that totally turns me off, but
right.
There's just enough, just natural kind of flair and style that I think it really works. I think he's a good artist.
Yeah. Well, this book, the 5-issue miniseries, led into the relaunch of X Factor, it basically took the same premise that this book has, which is Jamie Madrox, the Multiple Man, opening up a private detective agency.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. And I think the first 2 issues were drawn by Ryan Sook. And then Ryan Sook, being Ryan Sook, couldn't keep a deadline to save his life.
Oh.
And for about 20 issues, they were just fill-in artist after fill-in artist, and most of them were not great.
Yeah.
And there's one, in fact, who was pretty terrible. And then eventually Pablo R. took over the book. And
it's the one that's still going on
for a while. Yeah, it's still going on. Yeah.
It's still Peter David.
Still Peter David.
See, because I know at the end of this spoiler, he's established his detective agency, and they actually stencil on the door and everything.
X Factor. Yeah.
And I figured that was just like a one-off thing, and I didn't realize they actually continued with that in the X Factor books.
What did you think X Factor was?
I thought it was just
Well, of course, you didn't know about this book either. So
yeah. So I might actually check that out, because I really enjoyed this. Because we've watched a lot of film noir and for the show, and read some books that delve into that, and I've always liked it, but in the last, I guess I didn't realize we'd been doing this for 17 years or however long. In the last 4 years, I think I've started liking that genre a lot more than I did before we started this. So. I like when there's a twist on it, like Brick and like this, there's superheroes or, or, you know, and in the case of Brick, you know, like high school kids, but,
Right.
yeah, so I might check out, X Factor if it's still got that same superhero vibe to it.
I haven't read it in a while. I still buy it, but like I just fell really behind on reading it. But the first 25 issues or so really still have that vibe to it.
Yeah.
I mean, the cast is bigger. Like he takes on more characters, you know, to help out with the agency.
Mm-hmm.
But then it kind of got sidetracked with crossovers and other things.
Yeah, that's what I don't like.
Yeah.
And I think even Peter David complained about that in the, like, I remember in the But I Digress columns that were coming out around the time, of when he was doing X Factor when I was reading it.
Right.
Like, yeah, that was his problem with it is, you know, he's the kind of writer that can, like, do stuff like that too, but it always waters down whatever he's been building up. And like,
well, it's gotta hurt everybody, you think.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, especially if you're not involved in the sort of, you know, building of it.
or the overall concept of it.
Right,
yeah.
Because, I think it was, around issue 26 of X Factor is when, that was like, what the hell was that crossover? The Extinction thing or something like that, I don't know.
The current series, yeah, I don't know what it wasn't Secret Invasion, was it?
No. But there were Secret Invasion issues as well, crossovers with that. There was a crossover with Civil War. You know, it was just, I mean, he's trying to tell a specific type of story, and then all of a sudden he's got to shove in, you know, these little things going on, you know, that shouldn't affect him, but it does.
And he's the type of writer, like he's not quite Giffen, but, he's the type of writer that kind of pokes fun at the crossover when he's forced to do it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it is kind of like, it's not a complete stop, but it's like a yield.
Right,
Your comment comes
He's playing ball, but, you know, at the same time, you can tell that he's just doing it because he has to.
Right.
Yeah.
So the work suffers.
Right.
And the fans don't like it either. I mean, most of the fans that, shop at my store, at least, they complain when there's a crossover, but they always buy them.
Right.
And, like, you know, like the ones that we're kind of friends with, like the ones that we talk to a lot and we know their names, you know, sometimes we kind of joke with them, like, well, you know, the only reason they do that is because you're buying it, you know, you know, like, you know, the only thing they hear from you is your dollar,
right?
You know, so I mean, if you don't like that sort of thing, don't buy it,
right? Well, I don't know. That's where I think like the whole comic system is kind of messed up, because I mean, obviously there are going to be people who pre-order it, but you know, the amount of books ordered falls on you. Because, you know, you're the store.
Oh, right.
You know, it's not like a real bookstore where, you know, they actually keep track of the actual books that are selling. You know, they only keep track of how many the dealer is selling.
Yeah, exactly.
Buying, yeah.
Right.
So, you know, you should cut your orders is what I'm saying.
Yeah, but then people complain, they're like, where's that issue? And then like, then there's like a big...
Well, then you tell them to pre-order it. That's what previews is for.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't do that. They don't do that. They don't listen. They don't think ahead.
No, nobody does. I don't. I did think ahead when Madrox came out, though.
Yeah.
I said, hey, I want this.
You
book.
pre-ordered them?
No.
Oh. Did you buy these at my store?
Uh-huh.
And we never missed one or didn't order them?
May have.
Yeah. So it doesn't seem like us.
Yeah. Yeah, I have a feeling that maybe there was an issue that I had to get somewhere else.
Yeah. Was it on your file?
Probably not.
Well then, okay, we're not completely to blame.
Yeah.
We just probably didn't order as many because,
Right.
I mean, these kind of things don't sell that well, like, unless it's a Wolverine, you know, like if Wolverine's on the cover. And he's not on any of the, the covers are awesome too.
Yeah, David Lloyd.
Yeah.
He's for Vendetta.
Yeah.
This is, yeah. See, I love this type of book that has, like, you know, the C-list character, because those always appeal to me more than, you know, your A-listers.
Right.
You know, I want to see the underdog. I want to, you know...
He's the Cubs of superheroes.
Not exactly the Cubs, because he wins in the end.
Yeah, that's true.
Although he does spend a lot of time in Chicago in this book.
Yeah.
yeah, this book. I mean, even if there hadn't been the history of Peter David and, Madrox and these characters, I probably still would have picked it up anyway.
Just because you like the character?
Well, I mean, even if I hadn't known the character, I probably would have picked it up just because, that looks weird.
Well, yeah, like, I've obviously read some books with him in it, but I didn't remember very well. Like,
right.
It didn't leave an impression on me. But yeah, I mean, if this was Wolverine or even Daredevil or whatever, I mean, those kind of characters, they come with so much like baggage and history now. It's like, it's not really interesting or mysterious anymore. Like even Wolverine, whose past is shrouded in darkness and secrets and confusion. Even like he's not interested anymore because I mean you've just seen him so much and it's so played out, and like that's why this is more interesting because you're like, oh yeah, that character, what's he do? Like I wasn't even completely sure how his powers worked, So I guess basically whenever he is struck or like knocked against something or another version of him pops out, and the really interesting thing I think about this is like sometimes it's just one aspect of his personality that pops out. And that is awesome because you never really knows which one is going to pop out.
That's actually sort of a new wrinkle in his character that was introduced in this book.
Okay.
I mean, occasionally in X Factor that would happen. Like, I think one of the first story arcs in like the original run of X Factor was one of his dupes that went evil.
Okay.
So it was kind of there, but not to the point where it is in this book, where every single duplicate that pops out could be a completely different version of the personality.
Yeah, that was like one of my favorite parts about this. Like there was the one that he needed saving, and he was in some burning building or something. And the one that pops out is like just a depressive like existentialist. Like it doesn't matter, nothing matters. Like that was great. That was really good. But yeah, he's a really, I don't know, he's a character that has a lot of room to do different stories. Because
that's the thing, I think, with, those more obscure or lower level characters is that, with the right writer, like you can make them really interesting because, not a lot of people care. And you can, sort of leave your mark on it.
Yeah, your editor's probably more willing to let you change Jamie Madrox's powers than Spider-Man's. So. Like say you wanted to make Spider-Man like half Latino and black. Like your editor's not gonna let you do that.
Nope.
No. Not in a million years. Our point is made.
Yes. Well, yeah. I know you're being sarcastic, but
I mean, usually that's...
But also, it's not the real Spider-Man either. Yeah.
I'm sure, well, yeah, it's the Ultimate Universe.
Yeah.
But yeah, yeah, and there's a lot of, like, interesting, side characters in this, like, the kind of, like, Sabretooth looking guy that ends up having a similar kind of power to him.
He's another multiple maker type guy. Yeah.
Was he introduced in this?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he shows up again even in the X Factor relaunch.
Mm-hmm. I forget his name.
Clay
is what it is.
Yeah. I really got that shitty jawline beard.
Yeah.
And horrible tattoos.
Yeah. I've had both in my life. No, I've never had that beard.
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah. I've never had that. Yeah. Never again. Never again for the first time.
I've had that beard.
Yeah? The jawline thing?
Yeah. Although, I had the, goatee to connect it.
Right.
But I did have, like, a very thin beard connecting to it.
Sometimes that works.
Sometimes that works, but this douchebag doesn't have the mustache or the chin hair to go with it.
Yeah, that's the worst.
Yeah, that's terrible.
It's like the John Waters mustache of beards.
Right, yeah.
But I really like, too, the Mutant Town. Like, when they're fighting Clay. And like, someone screams from the apartment next over, like, hey, keep it down. And they scream back, and all of a sudden you realize, like, she's this crazy mutant, too. I mean, she's just like this homemaker.
Right.
But she also, like, can turn her arms into guns or something, and she like kicks their asses, and like she's not even a character in the story. She's just like a side character. I thought that was awesome. Like that was really a neat scene.
Yeah.
With just the whole town being mutants, like the bar was all ran by mutants.
Right. Yeah, I really enjoyed this book. I mean, obviously, it was enough to. I mean, again, partially it was I picked it up because of the nostalgia thing, but then I liked it enough to continue on when it became X Factor. I don't think I had read this since it came out, so part of me picking it was that I just wanted to see if it still held up, and it really does.
Revisit it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I know superhero stories, they are kind of more complex now, and they're written for an adult audience on the most, on the whole right now.
Right.
But I do think, like, even with that, they still, I just find most of them boring, like, even if they're well written and whatever. But, like, this, like, it just had a completely different kind of spin on it. And I know every single book can't be, like, the merging of two genres or whatever, but I do think that this is the kind of thing that excites me, and this kind of thinking is what is really good for superhero comics, so they don't get stale.
Well, I think the one thing that really helps is, I don't think it necessarily has anything to do with the merging of, two different genres. Mm-hmm. I think it's that it doesn't take itself seriously.
Yeah.
And I think that is the one thing that really helps a superhero comic.
Exactly. Like, that's why I think I did like this better than... I mean, Powers didn't take itself too seriously, but Incognito, well, I mean, it was...
Incognito.
Yeah,
a little bit. Brubaker takes himself way too seriously, I think. Yeah. He's kind of a douchebag.
He's a lowlife. But yeah, it's fun. Like, this is a fun book.
Yeah.
And usually noir isn't usually fun. I mean, it's fun to watch, but, like, the actual story isn't fun usually.
Yeah.
But this somehow is both. It's kind of like, I've been watching Bored to Death.
Right.
I've actually watched the second season this week, and it's noir as far as, like, it's a detective story, and, like, there's always dames and whatever.
Right.
But it's like this, it's a completely different spin on it, where it's kind of like, a nerdy, broken-hearted dude who's also, like, the main character in a noir story, and, it's funny, and, it's fun too.
It sounds, I mean, all these are kind of similar even to, like, The Big Lebowski.
Yeah.
Which is, totally a noir story, it's a detective story, but just happens to be about this low-life,
stoner guy. Yeah. It's very good.
I'm glad you liked it.
Yeah. Did you not expect I would?
I don't know. I was hoping you would.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't expect you to like it as much as you seem to have, though.
Okay. Yeah. I think I was just kind of in the mood for something fun like this, and and I think maybe, honestly, I think Bored to Death might have helped me get into this frame of mind, because I've really been enjoying that show way more than I would have thought.
Right.
Like, it's a show that somehow made me think Zach Galifianakis is actually capable of being funny when he's supposed to be. Like, I actually, laugh at his lines, yeah, I know, it's weird. It's really weird, because I don't like that guy usually, but I actually really like him in the show, and, the lines that are supposed to be funny that he says, I actually go, ha ha ha!
Right.
Oh,
yeah, that's also probably someone else writing it.
Yeah, that's probably true. Yeah. Well, I don't know, because there's a lot of, there's, some deleted, outtakes, whatever, and, a lot of it is kind of improv, so I don't know how much, I don't know. But
I don't know, I've never seen it, so couldn't tell you.
Yeah, it's good.
Alright, then. Take a break?
Sure.
Alright, well, maybe I'll come back this second half with a better attitude and mood.
Awesome. Maybe I'll try to lower mine.
There you go.
We'll try to balance out. Hey, here we are again.
Yeah. You know that plan that I just mentioned?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, not working.
Didn't work. Yeah, well, I think it worked for me. I'm down.
Yeah. Hey everybody, there's a Get a Trash Amazon page and a donate button. You should use those things so that I can buy new equipment so that I am not pissed off whenever I start a show.
There's been some malfunctions. Maybe technology and like throughout, I don't know if it's just the city or the world. Maybe it's all just crumbling, because like we've had some issues with our computer at home. Madrox, everything's falling apart. We can't even get the back door to open. It's a fire hazard. No one report us, please. Just everything.
So my hard drive is dying, my computer is dying, my car died.
Your car died, yeah.
Maybe I should just die.
Well, you're not a computer component.
I feel like it.
Oh, I hope not.
I'm done.
You done?
I did the thing that I was supposed to do, and I'm done.
Maybe there's another thing you're supposed to do.
I don't think so.
We'll find you another thing.
There's no thing.
You could write a poem a day for a year.
Then I would definitely need to kill myself if that thought ever occurred to me. There is nothing worse than a poem.
That's a poem right there. It's a modern poem.
Give me your gun.
Are you trying to write a haiku? Because that's not enough syllables. So, anything else, other than, the downfall of all technology and, your imminent suicide? Anything else going on?
Not really.
Yeah.
No. You?
I don't believe so.
Alright.
Yeah.
Just wrap this up then?
I don't know. Do you want to?
I don't. I mean.
Duh. We got a contest winner.
Oh yeah.
We didn't mention that.
Yeah.
We had a contest a few weeks ago.
Yeah, episode 163.
Yeah. It was a pretty tough contest to win.
Oh yeah.
You had to own at least $1.
Right.
And 40 something cents for a stamp.
Right.
Which apparently most of our listeners don't.
Right. We're very sorry that, your lives have fallen apart so much that you could not accomplish that.
Yeah. But one man did.
Yep.
One man stood out of the crowd.
Stepped up, and he won our impossible to lose contest. Hello, Kurt Dins.
Hi!
Former text guest.
Yeah, he was. It was amazing.
Yeah. But, he won the free comic that you still have plenty of copies of.
Oh, yes.
And, he won the sketch, the jam sketch from the both of us.
Yeah, it should be going out in the mail tomorrow.
Yeah.
By the time this airs, it should be
In the mail.
somewhere between us and him.
Yeah. Floating somewhere through Indiana.
Wow.
Yeah.
Not for a year, I hope.
Wow.
Yeah, hopefully you like naked sketches of Xander and Jane.
Yeah.
What are their names? Is that it? Xander and
The Wonder Twins?
the Wonder Twins.
Zaina. Jan.
Jan. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. That's probably not what we drew.
Yeah. Should have.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Next up.
Next up.
Next one.
Next winner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there's incentive.
Yeah. Maybe it'll be Curdy.
No, you can't win twice. Don't even try it, Mr. Dins. No, you can win twice. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fine. If it doesn't cost any more postage, I might just give him like multiple copies of the comic to pass out to people. Like if I can squeeze them both into one little envelope.
You're gonna ruin it for future winners.
Yeah.
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 Howdy. So, yeah. Yeah, congratulations, Kurt.
Yeah. Thanks for playing.
Yeah.
Thanks for winning. You are a winner.
He is. Super Bowl, car, I think my neighbors might have moved out.
It seems pretty quiet here.
Yeah. They were here earlier today for about 20 minutes. But otherwise, I haven't heard a single thing.
That's impressive. Didn't you say there was a U-Haul yesterday?
There was a U-Haul behind my office here
That's
yesterday.
amazing.
I Facebooked pictures of it.
Have you ever seen a more beautiful U-Haul?
Nope. Not at all. I was crying tears of joy. Oh yeah, Joe and I started a new thing that we're trying to spread around.
Oh.
On our most recent recorded episode of League Night. That maybe I can introduce it here too.
Oh, okay.
Feelings boner.
Feelings boner?
Yeah.
You had a feelings boner?
I had a feelings boner.
Now, does that mean you actually have a boner because of the feelings you're having?
Nope.
Because that's nothing new.
No. This is more like you feel so good, it's almost like having a boner.
Okay.
Because of your feelings.
But it's entirely made out of emotional, erection.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
It is like your feelings have a boner.
Nice.
Yeah.
I
It's
like
a feelings
that.
boner.
I like it.
I had a feelings boner yesterday.
And that is not to be confused with feeling a boner.
No,
because-
not at all.
Yeah, that's
no.
illegal in some states.
Yeah, this is not physical at all, purely emotional, psychological. It's when you feel so good that there's nothing else to describe but having a feelings boner.
Wow. Okay.
Spread it around, folks.
I will.
Yeah,
I will spread your feelings boner around.
good.
Well, hopefully
That gives me a feelings boner.
Wow.
Yeah.
I can see it. It's bulging right out of your... That's not a feelings boner, it's a physical boner.
I also have a physical boner.
Okay. Well, these things happen. Well, yeah, that's about it for me.
Yeah, we can talk about Watchmen.
Oh,
maybe.
yeah.
I don't know. We talked about it yesterday off air.
Yeah.
I don't know if we want to get into that again.
Sure. Like the Minutemen and all that?
Yeah, the 4 Watchmen prequels that were recently announced.
Are you excited?
Not
Yeah.
really.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've never been a huge fan of the Watchmen anyway. I mean, I like it, or I used to like it. But, I tried to read it like before the movie came out and didn't like it at that point.
Yeah.
It didn't hold up at all. So, yeah, I'm
Lukewarm on the
well,
whole
lukewarm,
idea.
yeah. Like, I like the creators involved. I think that's probably the only selling point that I've got for it.
It's a pretty impressive lineup.
Yeah. But, yeah, I don't necessarily want to read the prequel adventures of any of those characters. Yeah.
I'm curious about some of them, but I mean, I realize anybody could just,
Right.
like it would be neat to see what Alan Moore thought of the, prequel of the characters, but I don't think it would be essential.
He hates that.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can find out what he thinks about it now online.
No, not about what he thinks about what DC's doing, but like I would probably be slightly more interested if he was writing them all,
Right.
But at the same time, I'm pretty excited that Darwin Cook's writing a couple of them.
Right.
And he's even drawing one, which, I like his writing, but I like his art better than his writing. So yeah, that's gonna be cool.
Yeah, I don't know. Like there's some that I'll probably definitely check out, either in trade paperback or if I own a tablet by then, probably digitally,
Right.
But yeah, these, I don't feel like these are essential for me to have, and if I miss them, I'm not going to be crying in my milk about it either.
Was who was doing the Dr. Manhattan one? Do you remember?
Straczynski, J. Michael Straczynski, and Adam Hughes.
Okay. See, I'm kind of interested in that one because I like Dr. Manhattan. He's a really interesting character.
I like Adam Hughes. I like his art.
Straczynski's
okay. I don't. He's definitely one of those guys like Peter David, where I've never read anything terrible by him, but I've never been like super duper impressed with anything that he's ever written.
I'd say those two writers are more like each other than any other comic writer I can think of. Because like I really did like his Spider-Man stuff quite a bit.
I liked his Spider-Man stuff, and I thought Supreme Power was really good. Mm-hmm. At least when it was a Max title. But at the same time, it never really put me in his corner as a diehard fan or anything like that.
Yeah. I never read his Image stuff. Like I never read Midnight Nation, and
I read Rising Stars. I never read the first trade of that. It was okay. It was fine. Mm-hmm. Not bad. Just nothing that ever made me think that everything this guy writes I need to read.
Right. Yeah. I'll check them out. I'll definitely check out at least the Darwin Cook ones, and then I'll probably check out the first issue of The Comedian and the Dr. Manhattan just to give them a once over.
No Rorschach?
I mean, maybe. I like Rorschach, I like the character, but I'm more interested in The Comedian and Dr. Manhattan. I think they're my two favorites.
Really?
Yeah.
It's weird because, I had talked to two different people who both said that they would be avoiding The Comedian one altogether because he is such an ugly character.
Right.
Which, I find odd, because, I don't think you need to have a likable lead character to tell a good story.
Right.
So it just seems weird to me to automatically dismiss it, just without knowing anything about it.
Yeah, that is interesting. I mean, maybe they're thinking because a lot of people read sort of fantasy stuff like that to be transported into the role of the main character. Maybe they just don't want to do that.
Right.
But yeah, I think it could be really good because he's such a different character. He's kind of morally ambiguous. I mean, he's kind of doing the right thing, but he's kind of fucked up about it. Yeah,
in terrible ways.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really no different than Dexter or some other characters.
Or the Punisher sometimes.
Right. The Punisher. Walt. From Breaking Bad, even.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he's done some despicable things.
Right.
Larry from Three's Company. Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I guess he wasn't the main star.
No.
But he was.
But Jack did some despicable things, too.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, first of all, he lied to the Ropers the entire time.
He did lie to the Ropers.
And then, again to Mr. Furley.
Yeah. And I think he's cock-blocked Larry a lot, too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But I think, to be fair, Larry has probably done his fair share of cock-blocking Jack, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Larry.
Yeah.
He needs his own series.
We should get on that 30 years ago.
Yeah. We were way too young to do it. Yeah. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Maybe I'll check out the first of each one, just to kind of give them a once over.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not automatically dismissing any of them, like I said, it's not anything that I'm particularly excited about, but it's also nothing that I'm, oh, fuck DC, I don't care that way either,
Yeah, you're not throwing your finger armor around the room.
Right,
in rage. Who would do that?
Right,
Nobody does that.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Alright, I got nothing else. It's been It's been a shitty 2 hours here.
We're both hungry. Technology and the world are falling apart around us.
Yeah.
Alan Moore comics are coming out, not written by Alan Moore.
Right.
It's just a shitty time to be alive.
It is. Fuck this bullshit. And we're missing the Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are. Here's how much of a man I am. Not only do I work at a shop that, ideally a third of our sales should be generated from sports products.
Right.
Which, that's not the case. But, you would think by the amount of room that they take up that was the case, but it's not the case. I found out who was playing in the Super Bowl by reading the names of the players on cupcakes at Walmart the night before the Super Bowl. Or 2 nights before the Super Bowl. That's how I found out. A cupcake told me.
Well, I think as far as information delivery systems go, can't really go wrong with a cupcake.
If you can't trust cupcakes,
right? Yeah.
Who can you trust?
I mean, could you imagine if instead of the internet, all the comic book fanboys who hate the idea of Watchmen prequels had read it on a cupcake?
All right.
They'd be totally for it.
And, whenever they bitched about it, they had to write it on a cupcake and give it to somebody else.
And I think at that point, it's like one of those things where, if you're ever so mad that, it's recommendable, just write it out and then delete it.
Yeah.
Because the process of writing it will sort of make you rethink, your stance on things.
Or give you closure and let you calm down. Yeah.
And I think that when you have to take the time to delicately write in icing,
right?
With one of those squeezy, plungy things that they use to decorate cakes. I think if you wrote out, bad things on a cupcake, and it would take that long, it would really make you rethink,
Oh yeah,
all of that. Yeah.
Yeah. Can you imagine if all snarky electronic comments were written in icing?
Right.
People would just eat them when they're done and never post them, and the world would be a better place.
It would be a better place. I could really go for some cupcakes now.
Well, as long as we don't buy them at Walmart, I don't support I just support drunkenly walking around there. I don't support purchasing things there.
Why?
I don't like Walmart.
Why?
They, they're the enemy of the little guy, the small
really.
business. Yeah, they're totally, people don't shop any of the small businesses that carry the same things at Walmart because they're inevitably a little cheaper.
Yeah.
And,
that's why I go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like a dirty discount.
Not really.
It comes with that immoral baggage.
Not really.
I'm not a fan.
I don't get it.
I'm not gonna protest them. I'm not that against them. I just don't want to give them any of my money. So
Well, what if they have things you need?
There's nothing Walmart has that I need that I can't find somewhere else.
You recently went and bought some pants at a Meijer.
Yeah.
Meijer is a Walmart.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Plus, I usually buy my pants at the thrift store, but I couldn't find my size.
Well, people who inevitably give their pants away to the thrift store probably bought it at Walmart.
Yeah. But Walmart has some other problems, too. I've never heard of unfair Meijer employee treatment.
But it's because they keep it quieter. They're better at it.
Well, then they deserve my money.
It's not Walmart's fault that they don't know how to properly shut people up.
Walmart is, they're, my brother's wife works there, and, she's told me some stories, too, that, not stories of her being abused or anything by Walmart and poor employees, but just, how, poorly it's ran in general now.
It's because, that's the fault of that particular store or that particular management.
It's possible.
Yeah.
It's possible.
I know some stores that are horribly managed.
Yeah.
Small stores.
Where? Let me write down the names of these businesses. I'm actually taking a guy to Walmart Tuesday when I'm not gonna be drunk.
Right.
And I'm not gonna be picketing the place, but I just personally don't buy anything there.
I could only buy my medicine at Walmart for a while, and they also had it the cheapest.
Yeah.
You telling me that I'm evil because Walmart was saving my life?
You should have took a stand and died in the parking lot of, whatever store didn't carry your supplies. That would have been, that would have been the politically right thing to do.
Alright. I don't have anything against Walmart. Yeah. I don't shop at Walmart, but I don't have anything against them.
Yeah. I'm not against them, I'm just not for them.
It's pretty much being against them.
Yeah.
Alright. Let's call this quits.
Yeah.
I'm not going to announce anything because we're done.
Oh. We're not watching a movie?
No.
I want to watch a movie. I've kind of planned on watching a movie.
Well, I'm not going to pick one because I don't want to continue to do the show anymore.
Oh. Well, can I still watch a movie?
I mean, you can do whatever you want, I guess.
Can I bring it over here?
No.
No.
Yeah.
Bummer.
Yeah. I mean, I'm probably going to watch the movies too, but, yeah.
Like what's one movie that you're going to watch? Maybe I'll come over and watch it with you.
That'd be okay, I guess, yeah. I think a movie that I'm probably going to watch soon, is probably, I got like 3 movies from Netflix that I've had for like a month. I'm probably going to watch some of those.
I think you're allowed to keep those as long as you want, right?
You can keep them, yeah, as long as you need.
Okay.
Eventually you got to return them, if you want more movies.
Okay, so that's what it is. They just won't give you more.
Right.
But there's no, late fees.
Nope.
Everyone else on the planet knows this already, but I swear I'm finding it out right now.
That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
I'm not judging you.
I hope that company does well.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Until they start putting all the small video stores out of business. Then I'll have to boycott them.
Well, all those Blockbusters are closing.
When? Where?
The mom and shop Blockbuster stores.
Yeah, those quaint little holes in the wall.
But yeah, I think if I had to watch a movie, say, next weekend or whatever, I think I would probably want to watch, Aliens.
Oh, yeah?
It's the sequel to a movie that you and I watched together a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
I figure, might as well see the sequel to it, right?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, I think that's a great idea. I would actually really like to watch that with you, because it's been a while since I've seen it.
Really?
Yeah.
So, it is not your favorite movie ever, and you don't watch it once a week?
No, I'd say I watch it, every 4 or 5 months.
Okay. Yeah, I guess you can come over and watch it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah, I mean, we're probably not going to talk about it or anything afterwards, though.
Oh, I like talking about movies.
I guess we can talk about it, but we're not going to record it.
Well, yeah, that's probably for the best.
In fact, I'm actually bricking up this office.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just going to shut off the door and never come back in here again.
Can I make sure I didn't leave anything in here? Sometimes there's a hat or a coat of mine.
Yeah, I don't see. Oh, there's your hat. Okay. Yeah, I was just making sure.
I'll put that on.
Yeah.
Okay. Well then, yeah, that's fine.
Okay, sweet.
It's Aliens next
week.
Yeah,
we can watch Aliens next weekend. Yeah.
Cool.
Sounds fun.
Well, it's been fun doing the podcast.
Yeah.
The first, at least all the previous episodes.
Right. Up until, I think the past couple episodes have been awful.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll just stop doing it. Yeah. We won't see you next week, folks.
No more contest winners.
No more contest winners.
So don't even try.
Nope. Well, we had our one anyway, so yeah.
It's more than we hoped for.
Yeah. Alright then.
Okay.
Bye.
Goodbye.
You can subscribe to Gutter Trash at iTunes or directly at guttertrash.net. If you go to iTunes, please leave us a review. You can email us at eric@guttertrash.net or jason@guttertrash.net. For more info, you can find us on Facebook, or you can go to seanborn.net or buyerbeware.guttertrash.net. Listen to our sister podcast, League Night, at league.guttertrash.net. Thank you for listening. Until next time.